Hello everybody, welcome back to SNR. My name is Kieran McGinley. This is round 11 of the season 2 and we are going to the Hungary ring. I'm not on my own this week though. I have a co-commentator in the box with me. It's Jack.
Hello.
So Jack, your first race commentating over SNR. You looking forward to it?
I am, and I'm looking forward to being back here with you, mate. Last time we were doing commentary together, I don't know if everyone knows, we did the SFR versus TTL, and I couldn't speak for 2 days afterwards.
You couldn't speak 2 days afterwards. I couldn't speak during the race at one point, thanks to my sore throat and everything. But let's go to the driver standings then. So at the top of the table is AJ. He's on 190 points. DarrenSinclair is second on 143, I believe that is. The Gort is in third on 118. Raikkonen fourth on 109. That's Chelsea Boy in fifth on 69 points. Geordie Davey is in sixth on 61. Heemkar is seventh on 51 points. DK is in eighth on 41. Spark Bobs is only a point behind DK in ninth. He's on 40 points. Shugem in 10th on 37 points. Rockatoni in 11th on 36. Zippo is in 12th on 30 points. Pranker in 13th on 16 points. Heffy in 14th on 9 points. Is that 9 points? Or is it 8 points? I think it's 9 points. I'm going to go with 9 points. Rocket in 15th on 8 points. Captain Pants in 16th on 6 points. Jensen in 17th on 2 points. Malachi on 1 point puts him in 18th. And White Samba yet to score a point this season. We move on to the constructors' standings then. McLaren are at the top on 259. Red Bull are in second on 185. Ferrari third on 151. Sauber are in fourth on 109. Renault in fifth on 81. Toro Rosso in sixth on 76. Force India in seventh on 55. Williams are in eighth on 47. Mercedes in ninth on 38. And Haas at the bottom with 2 points to their name.
Oh, wow. Poor Haas.
Poor Haas, but yes, we're looking at the Hungary ring. 14 corners, first race in 1986, often called Monaco without the barriers. Jack, you must have raced at Monaco a couple of times. What can you expect going into this race?
At Monaco or at Hungary? Which one?
Let's go with Hungary, I guess. Did I say Monaco?
You said Monaco a second time. I actually made my league racing debut at Hungary back on 2016. I got lapped on the final lap, but I followed the lead around, and it was brilliant following around. It's never been a strong track for me. I know there's some drivers out there who are really strong around here, and I really do enjoy the track. But I think it's going to be an interesting race to see who makes it. You don't need to bring a lot of fuel, because there's only one real overtaking spot, and that's turn 1. Possibly into the hairpin after turn 1, but it's going to be a tough old race.
Yes, it will be. There is the overtaking point coming into turn 12, that right-hander where in 2017 we saw Kimi Raikkonen go full lock, opposite lock, trying to overtake going through there. That is a possibility, but yeah, not advised overtaking. As you said, turn 1 is the best place to do all your overtaking. 2 DRS zones along the start-finish straight, and just after turn 1, heading down into turn 2. Should be an interesting one then, Jack.
Yeah, certainly should. And something we should probably bring up is the fact that we're running full qualifying and not short qualifying, I believe you used to run.
Yes, absolutely. We've got 35 laps then to do battle here. The most wins by any driver, Jack, around the Hungary ring?
I think it's Seb, isn't it?
It's not. It's Lewis Hamilton. He's had 5 wins around here. And McLaren are top with 11 wins around here. The pole position lap in 2017 was a 1:16.2. How close do you reckon we could get to that today then, Jack?
No, it was done by a fully powered Ferrari, being given special treatment because obviously Sebastian Vettel skipped through that.
Yeah, you don't want to get copyright strike.
3 tenths? 3 tenths? That a good bet?
3 tenths? What, a 1:16.5 you reckon?
I reckon that could be close. Top drivers could get there.
Yeah, well, we've got AJ and DarrenSinclair in the lobby, so anything's possible with those two. Who's your money on? You've never seen this. You've never seen this league before, then, Jack. Who's your money on?
I gotta play it safe. I'm gonna have to go with Darren Sinclair because I saw how he drove in the League versus League that Speed Force put up, and I think that Darren Sinclair might be able to put a name for himself, and he is second in the championship.
He is indeed, yeah. It's not been his season so far, but you know, he's had a good couple of results elsewhere in other leagues, so he'll be hoping to take forward that momentum and keep going as hard as he can. So we've been told that today in Q1, because we're running full qualifying today, Shug M, Captain Pants and White Samba all have qualifying bans, so that's why they'll be retiring from the session. And well, we're going to see then, because apparently Q1 is going to be treated like a practice session, and we'll see how many drivers get knocked out from there. Now I'm thinking with 16 drivers, 3 are going to be eliminated from Q1, 3 from Q2, so it should all work out.
I don't want to do maths. I'm not doing maths when it comes to this. Last time I did maths when it comes to this, I stated that SFR won the League versus League, and it didn't work out that way.
Ah, well.
What have I done?
One driver making a debut today is the Red Bull of Orchard David, who is racing as a reserve, I believe, who's getting his chance now to see what he can do at a track that's notoriously difficult for overtaking.
It certainly is. Track position is going to be a big thing as Pranker has joined the session. No idea who that is. Though I don't know who any of these drivers are.
No, Pranker is a driver.
He is? Brilliant. Overtaking is most certainly going to be difficult at this track, but not impossible. You can make a move, and it isn't just bump and scratch out the way. You're going to have to work for the move.
Yellow flags into sector 2. And that's Raikkonen doing a couple of donuts there. I believe that's on the exit of turn 5, is that?
No idea, I'll have to pop down and have a look.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, it looks a bit further on, actually.
Oh, bloody hell. Pardon my French. Came on track, clearly didn't see what was happening. He's not grass attacked, he's got dirt in his tyres. Came on track and almost took out Magort in the Ferrari.
Well, a lucky escape there, but Raikkonen there does have front wing damage, so he'll just be limping back to the pits. So that is Q1 done, and we're about to see how this knockout system works with 16 drivers.
Trial by fire.
And let's have a scroll down. And so yeah, so it does eliminate the 5 drivers, which means White Samba can't take part in Q2. Captain Pants will have to retire from the session. So normal service resumes then as we head to Q2. Now, of course, Q2 rules apply. The tyres you qualify on this session will be the ones you start on in the race if you make it to Q3.
So I think that's Malachi coming out, but Invader Zippo coming out on the soft tyres.
Yeah, looking to try and just get a top 10 time and get himself into Q3. The Gort working a similar strategy. He's still in the garage at the moment, but the telemetry shows he's on some soft tyres. So then here's when the fun begins, Jack. I would, well, you get time to do 2 runs, so I would say go for a first run as a soft tyre stint, and then come back to the pits, and if you're not comfortable with your lap time or how it went, then you do the super soft run.
Okay. The question I have just about Q3, and I'll probably bring this up again once we get into Q3, but short qualifying, back when like most leagues in the racing community run short qualifying, and yet they swap short qualifying for this game from the 18 minutes that you have in Q1 to the 12 minutes in Q3. Got any problem with that? Well, it's not even 12 minutes, it feels like 10 minutes half the time.
Yeah, I think short qualifying is basically just a Q3, but you start on the tyres you qualify on if you qualify in that top 10. So I don't really have a problem with it, but you know, it's just 2 runs and a bit of a gap in the middle you have to fill, that's all.
Yeah, if you mess up the timings though, it will go wrong.
Absolutely. So Malachi then, first person out on track, keen to set a lap time down in some clear air, and this is where we could see some. You're running on board with Zippo. Maybe I should do the same. There we are. Bit of bit of consistency between the live stream and the recorded video. How about that?
Oh, I was going to say that if you ran on board with Malachi, you could have had oh, that's a super soft run. This is a soft run.
Yeah, well, we could have, but you know.
You swapped now, can't change that.
Yeah, that's it now. I've made my decision.
Too
I've
lazy
stuck
to press
it
a few
there.
buttons.
Absolutely. Hinkle there on some soft tyres apparently out on track, but on super softs on the telemetry. Oh, no, because it was on best and... Oh, that's really confusing. Anyway, a lot of drivers going for that...
I've got currently fitted, right, okay.
A lot of drivers here on some soft tyres, so this is going to be interesting. Not all of them could make it into the top 10, or maybe they could. Who knows, really? A lot of drivers going on this soft stint strategy.
It is funny that all of the tyre on our heads-up display right now looks exactly like Invader's helmet.
Speaking
wow,
of Zippo,
quick.
a 1:19.9 on some soft tyres. Good lap from him.
That
then.
was a good lap, and he started to lose the rear end a few times. So wow, Rocket 1:18.6.
This is when
wait, what?
Rockatoni, yes.
Rockatoni, right.
This is your crash course in pronouncing names, taught by a guy who
Hold on,
can't
let me
pronounce
get
half
the
the names. As Darren Sinclair then comes around turn 14. And what lap time can he set on a set of super soft tyres heading towards the line now?
1:19.0.
1:18.7. Where did you get 1:19.0 from?
I don't know, I'm just making up numbers today.
Yeah,
I'm
you
half
are.
asleep still. I was asleep about 10 minutes before we started doing this. Sector 2 yellow flags. Tell you what,
And that's
would
Heffy.
be cool.
Heffy's off the
Heffy.
track. As he rejoins now, that is coming through turn 10.
Spin. He's been in the gravel.
Yeah, as he's got grass on his
Tired and
tyres.
knackered.
Yeah, so that's a quality lap abandoned then. Round the final corner, and where will he put himself? Runs very wide. Very wide there. But 1:18.7, and pretty much matches Darren Sinclair then, and puts himself into third place. He's on an out lap at the moment.
Oh, or is he? What went on there?
Well, that was an odd one. Did he miss his braking zone, or was he trying to get out of the way of a driver?
Oh, his wing's gone, but now it's back. What? Of this game. It's either he was getting out of the way, or he locked his rears and just went straight on and managed to keep it from spinning.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have any front wing damage then. He'll come across the line to start a lap, and he'll be hoping to improve on 12th place. So, drivers in the drop zone at the moment: Spark Bobster, Malachi, Heffy, and Jensen. Captain Benz, of course, has that qualifying ban. Malachi then, meanwhile, on board with him, heading towards the final corner. Now, what can he do then? Can he get himself out of the drop zone? As Orchard David there, well, someone's gone quicker and put Hinkle into the drop zone. Malachi can't go quicker. In fact, he lost 9/10 on that lap.
Opening DRS.
Orchard David goes top.
That's a rocket lap.
That is 1:18.2, and well, he's definitely got himself out of the danger zone there.
Oh, I think he'll be satisfied if he's. I think he'll pit this lap, save those tyres.
Oh, Hinkle goes wide. Sorry about that. Going through turn 8, I believe that was. Hinkle running wide, and he's still trying to fly here, as he now needs to find around 0.2 of a second. But he runs deep again.
Well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, one Red Bull going fastest, one out of the top 10. Who does these two sound like?
Well, Raikkonen's coming out onto track, as is AJ. They've already set a lap on some soft tyres. Hinkle coming towards the line and is 1.2 down. I think Raikkonen is actually on a flying lap, so whether he makes the line or no.
4, 3, 2, 1. No, he won't. He timed it wrong. Only just. That puts him second. Heffy has retired though.
So Heffy, oh, he's crashed out. Turn 14, and he's taken too much curb.
Oh!
Yeah, he's taken too much curb there. And into the wall, he's gone.
That's a red flag. Thank goodness at the end of the session. That would have been a red flag if it had been out for F1.
Spark Bobster abandons the lap. So this is Hinkle's chance now to get into Q2. Oh, sorry,
if he
Q3.
does it, he's the only driver on the softs, I think.
Oh, that's currently fitted.
No, he's not.
but he doesn't make it.
He doesn't do it.
He does not make it.
Doesn't do it.
So
he
then,
improved, but not enough.
so Heimkarl, Heffy, Malachi, Captain Pants, and Jensen knocked out of qualifying, and Heimkarl lost out there by 0.06 of a second. Orchard David then taking that form into Q3 then. Like I said, the Gort, Chelsea Boys, Zippo and Spark Bobster all on soft tyres. Sets up a very interesting Q3. Spark Bobster then
rear end there. Ooh.
goes quicker, yep. Fifth place for Spark Bobster.
Not by much. Well, actually by much, 2/10, but...
Oh, AJ, speaking of which, I jump on board and AJ's lost the car and is out of qualifying. Championship leader in the wall.
That's not good. That shower the track with carbon fibre.
Well, Darren Sinclair's gone through.
From me of how to react to crashes?
Oh, absolutely. Darren Sinclair, meanwhile, coming through turn 13 and now coming through turn 14. He could abandon this lap if he wanted to, if not the threat from Orchard David of getting a lap time in there. Darren Sinclair then, is he going to get the 1:16.5? No, not quite, but he does go quicker. 1:17.0. Amazing lap time. So, the only one left.
I should have put my money on 5 temps slower.
Orchard David then is 5/10s up through sector 2 there. He's on a flying lap here, that's for sure.
That'll put him second.
It would.
By quite a margin.
Can he piece together sector 3? Rounding the final corner now.
Corner's difficult, very difficult. Still 5/10, so you can see on his dashboard.
And he goes P2. 1:17.7 for Orchard David. So then,
Darren Sinclair, he pulled it out, didn't he?
He absolutely did. 0.7 of a second. So there we have it then. Sinclair on pole, Orchard David second, the Gort is in third, Rocket Tony fourth, AJ fifth, Chelsea Boys sixth, Spark Bobster seventh, Rocket Queen eighth, Zippo ninth, and Raikkonen is in 10th place. Setting ourselves up then for a great race. The Hungaroring then, first race in 1986, and not much has changed for this track in that meantime. The fastest race lap around here in 2017 was 1:20.1, and that was set by Fernando Alonso in his McLaren Honda.
Yeah.
Would you believe it?
Didn't he finish 6th last year, didn't he? There?
I think so, yes.
Because Van Dorn, they finished stupidly high up, and everyone was like, oh my god, McLaren Honda's back.
Yeah,
and then obviously...
the less said about that, the better. 35 laps then around the Hungaroring. The race is coming up very shortly. 5 red lights here in Hungary. Round 11 is underway, and what are the starts like then? Well, it looks like, who's that? The Red Bull of the Orchard David then, is that? Oh, we've got a bit of a technical glitch. Yeah, so have I. I've seen Orchard David in the lead, and he's clearly not. But, well...
Darren Sinclair's in third, but he's in first. What?
We might have a decent issue, but we'll focus on the racing for now then and see if it fixes itself. Here is AJ then, who's trying to make his way up the field, and oh, that's a little bit close for comfort.
Heffy's had a spin, he's got no front wing. Well, he's got half the front wing.
Half a front wing for Heffy then, as Malachi looked like the other driver involved, but Darren Sinclair then has gone back up to the lead on the telemetry then. Orchard David second, the Gort in third, AJ's recovered to fourth for now, Rocket Tony fifth, Spark Bobster sixth, Chelsea Boys seventh, Zippo in eighth, Rocket Queen ninth, and Raikkonen rounding off the top 10 then. Well, what I like to do is the biggest winners and losers then. We've got Pranker, who is up 5 places from his starting position, up into P12. He's the biggest winner. The biggest loser at the moment is Heffy, running around with a half a front wing, dropped 5 from his starting position.
Gotta say though, Pranker didn't set a lap time, did he? He turned up late for the session.
Absolutely, yeah. So he started from the very back. So Darren Sinclair then, trying to lead the way here. Orchard David in his first SNR race is in second place. Here's the Gort then, trying to hold off AJ. We've got Rocket Tony looking down the inside of AJ, very tempted there, but no dice.
Ferrari's got wide.
Yeah, that's sorry, that's the Gort running wide there as I pull off a Crofty. AJ looking down the inside of the Gort, but no dice as of course the Gort here running on soft tyres. Of course he's running that alternate strategy. So we'll have to see how he does. But AJ has to find a way past if he's going to make his strategy work.
He saw it on the board.
Yeah, they're still going side by side then. That's Heffy behind them as well as they head through into turn, I believe that's classed as turn 2, as Jensen runs wide. Heffy gets the move done, but he runs wide as well. And it's very, very cut and dry here. This is very tense stuff for all three drivers as they look to just try and make it through without any damage. As they're heading through now into turn 11. Heffy's not got a great line into turn 11. That's going to open himself up to Jensen.
Here comes Jensen.
Jensen down the inside, coming into turn 12, and
not yet.
No, he can't make that move. As Heffy beats him on the braking then. So Heffy then running in 15th place.
Rocket Tony and all of us has got past Spark Booster, getting past again. I'll name you Spark Plug. He's side by side with the McLaren of AJ, Chelsea boy. Sorry. Is he going to hold it into the hairpin, into turn 2 or turn 3, whichever one it is? Oh, contact, but a little bit of lag.
I think that was a bit of a lag there.
Broke it up. Have you seen?
Yes. But there we go then. Chelsea boy
back, baby.
moves up into 6th place then. And Spark Bobster then opening himself up to Invader Zippo running behind. Now, Invader Zippo. Oh, we've got yellow flags in sector 1. That's Heffy. Heffy is gone. Into the wall he went. And, well, that's an odd place to lose it. On your own there.
Where is he?
He's just.
I think he hit the grass on the inside.
Could have done the entry into turn 3, but Heffy then becomes the first retirement of the day.
Sector 1 and 2. There's been another issue. Sector 1, Sector 2. Who is that? I think that's Jensen and Shamba, the White Shamba.
White Samba, yes, the White Samba was off the track, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Jensen has lost that front right-hand side of his wing there.
He's gone, and there goes the slipstream. Oh, the dirty air is not AJ's friend in this race, is it?
Meanwhile, Chelsea boy getting back past Spark Bobster, heading into turn 1, but Spark Bobster's going to try and have a go round the outside into turn 2, and he's got him. Look at that. Maybe running less drag here, but they are still side by side heading into turn 2 and turn 3. Spark Bobster's going to have that inside line, and he takes the position. Chelsea boy now leaves himself open to Invader Zippo, trying to go round the outside into turn 4, and Chelsea boy has gone from 6th place to 8th place in a matter of corners.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that last bit.
Well, yeah, now down to 8th place, and well, he's got to do that work all over again.
AJ is pushing the Gort through the corners.
As the Gort runs
wide though. Lost time. Sector 3, yellow flags. Who could it be? Oh, hang on. Was that Toro Rosso in the wall there?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but we've got a good battle on our hands here.
I'm literally look back at my stream on my phone and find out if that was actually a Toro Rosso in it. In the wall there. So you commentate for a moment. I need to really see.
Oh, absolutely, I will. Zippo here, seeing if he can have a look at Spark Bobster. Now,
it was.
Well,
I looked back on my screen, and it's Jason.
Jensen, you mean? As
Jensen
tried to take too much curb there.
Oh.
Yeah, too much curb on the inside there, and he's hit that pit wall. Meanwhile, then, we're going to jump back on board with Invader Zippo, trying to have a look down the inside of Spark Bobster into turn 2. Meanwhile, behind them, Heemkarl having a look down the inside of Chelsea boy. 2 battles happening at once. I'm not sure where to look. Spark Bobster holds on to his position, but takes a lot of curb. Heemkarl then goes round the outside of Chelsea boy as they head towards turn 4.
Wow, they're in 2 different trains. Rocket Queen getting a 3-second penalty right now.
And meanwhile, Rocket trying to find a way past Chelsea down the inside as we head towards 6 and 7.
Oh, I don't know if there was contact there between a McLaren and a Red Bull. Nothing major. Nothing flew up there. You're getting very close to each other. Be careful, you're on the harder tyres.
And Chelsea boy.
Red Bull goes wide. McLaren goes round the outside. Oh, that's perfect.
Meanwhile, Invader Zippo's going to have a go at this and trying to go
Rocket
side by side.
Through.
And yes, he's got the position from Heemkarl there. Chelsea boy next target then. And this train then, running from 6th place down to, I believe, that's Pranker in the Force India in 11th place.
Renault pulling to the inside. He's moving around a lot on track. Not anything to warrant weaving, but still, he's I don't know if he's comfortable with his car, but he looks it, especially through turn 2.
Absolutely then. Spark Bobster, always a tricky braking zone, turn 2. Always Pranker's trying to go up the inside of Heemkarl here. Has he got the move? Hand of Rage came up there from Heemkarl. His driver tar's not happy, but Pranker can't quite get the move done as they leg a little bit of contact coming through turn 3. Still Pranker's trying to find a way through, but backs out of the move into turn 4. AJ into the pits. Championship leader.
Him through. So we must be into the pit stop windows.
We must be in that one-stop pit window. Yep, soft tyres are ready in the McLaren garage. Oh, and AJ held up by Rockatoni, who was also coming in. So that's going to cost him time, but where will he rejoin? Coming towards the pit exit there.
Contact! There goes Invader Zippo's wing.
Only maybe a part of it. Maybe he can keep running out there with that broken front wing.
Yellow flat. It's yellow wing, that one, that is.
He's managing to keep it in check for now, but he will come under threat now from Chelsea Boy. And Invader Zippo, when he was saying to us he just wanted a good weekend, his bad run was still going to go on, well, that's not going to help him at all now.
It's just a simple mistake that he made. He misjudged the overspeed he'd get from the DRS and the tow, and he just went into the back of him.
And that means...
Simple mistake. Done it so many times myself.
Well, that means he's open to Chelsea Boy now. He's still managing to keep up with Spark Bobster, but Chelsea Boy is definitely looking at that. He smelt blood now, Chelsea Boy. Maybe he could try and move down into turn 12.
See, what Chelsea see now is that he knows that Zippo's wounded, and Zippo has clearly let Spark go, because he's now focusing on behind him, let alone going ahead of him.
He stays out though, so he's looking to try and carry on with his stint, regardless of his wing damage. So we're looking then. Well, we're looking then for these soft tyres.
Look at Zippo.
Absolutely. So that broken front wing may be helping him down the straights here.
A little less aero to carry him through. Zippo's gone. Zippo lost the back end, went over the grass. Oh, contact between Chelsea Boy and Zippo. Zippo's got dirt in his sides. Here comes Prankster. Oh, Prankster's been pinned between a Red Bull and a Mercedes.
And Pranker must have lost a bit of front wing as well.
Oh, the front wing Grand Prix. Is it Monaco or is it Hungary? I can't remember.
Well, Heemkarl's just gone right down the inside of Pranker, and I'm assuming then Pranker's got that front wing damage as he locks up coming into turn 12. Oh. AJ here has got to be careful now, coming down the inside of turn 13. Can he make that move stick then? Fresher tyres.
He's got it.
Meanwhile, then I think
Zippo's into the pits.
Yep, Zippo's in for his front for that front wing change. Then AJ.
Possible tyre change.
AJ then. Well, it might not be in this lobby right now, but I'll tell you what, slipstream or no slipstream, AJ's down the inside of Heemkarl, and up into 6th place he goes. Warning signs then for DarrenSinclair that the more he stays out now, he could be losing more and more time.
It could be that way, or... Well, see, AJ was caught up in traffic, but luckily this is helping AJ. Whatever happened... Now, here's the question. 5th and 6th are 2 McLarens. Team orders.
Team orders could be used. You never know. They are leading the constructors, McLaren. They might be telling Chelsea Boy a couple of words here. Are they saying AJ is faster than you? They might have done. Yeah, well, they might have had the call through. AJ is faster than you, but Chelsea Boy letting his teammate through then. So that's another car for AJ to pass them.
Multi 2,315.
Absolutely, multi 2315. Yeah, that works then. So then AJ is currently around about 25 seconds down on DarrenSinclair. Speaking of which, DarrenSinclair into the pits he comes.
Leader in the pits.
So he's done 12 laps on those tyres, trying to make this one stop work. In he comes.
Medium tyres.
Medium tyres at the ready. Or are they soft tyres? No, they are definitely medium.
Here comes Orchid.
So then, that's going to be interesting then.
Too.
So the Gort then...
Top 3 all pitting once.
This could
be... AJ is going to come out. No, AJ's just past the final corner. Darren stays in the lead.
Well, that's huge then. So AJ in second. Yeah, DarrenSinclair has rejoined. Yeah, on the medium tyres, the slower tyres. So it's now, the ball has to be in AJ's court now. He has to try and close this gap.
The thing that sucks though is AJ's got to stop again.
Well, you never know. These drivers do love to run towards the 75, 80%, maybe even 85 to their tyres. So we could be seeing AJ doing the one stop. I'll be amazed if he can do a one stop on those soft tyres. We'll have to wait and see though. Well, what's happening with Spark
He's
Bobster?
very close to the Gort on the medium tyres.
Well, Spark Bobster on some softer tyres. He's looking to try and find a way past, but can he?
I don't know, we'll have to see. This is a technical section. Oh, he's
drifting
off!
Oh, kept that out of the wall, and that was crucial there.
Well
so
done.
that could have been a lot worse, but he now finds himself under pressure from Chelsea Boy, who was also pitted in on some medium tyres. So, well, the McLaren definitely splitting the strategy here.
Tell you what, because some of the drivers are out of sync with the race, it looks difficult. But right now, AJ is the man who's gained the most in the pit stop. Oh, Raikkonen's gone.
Well, Raikkonen must have lost his front wing and thought, I've had enough for today. Meanwhile then, a four-car battle developing. Heimkarl, Spark Bobster, Chelsea Boy and Zippo here, all battling away, and they're all on different tyres.
Well, that's an interesting list.
Yeah, mediums,
all on
softs,
different tyres.
medium and super
all
softs.
Very different cars.
Absolutely. This should be a good battle then to see who can prevail.
I'm on the T-cam of Zippo because at this point of the track you can see almost everything ahead of you. They're both. Oh, Zippo's off the track.
And so is Chelsea Boy, maybe just slightly, but the game does let you run wide at that corner without punishing you.
Words cannot express how much Codemasters annoy me sometimes, but they still give us a good platform to race on.
Absolutely. As we've got Spark Bobster then. Round the final corner he goes, and what sort of move will we expect from Spark Bobster then on Heimkarl as they come down the straight? As further up the field.
A move at all. Having a look, Danny Rick dive bomb. He's caused him to go wide. He's track.
Well, Spark Bobster then has made that move stick then, as Heimkarl runs wide, a little bit of dirt on his tyres there. He's got to be careful for the next couple of corners and make sure he keeps that car on the track. Spark Bobster then is released and can try and hunt down Rocket Queen up ahead.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking on board with Heimkarl right now as he's chasing down Spark Bobster. Both on the same set of tyres, but Zippo here, his race is being really hurt there behind two medium runners.
Oh, contact, big contact.
Big contact.
Did they manage
there
to keep it from actually hitting each other there?
I think so. There doesn't look to be much wing damage on Heimkarl. That's from what I can see anyway. As Chelsea Boy here looking to try and, well, definitely not for the first time this race, has smelled blood and is right on the tail of the, I believe that's the Red Bull ahead of him. Yes, it is. And what are all their exits like?
See, this is interesting because this is going to be a double DRS overtake if he can get it, but they're just so quick in a straight line. Spark's gone at turn 1.
Spark Bobster locked up then going into turn 1, and that's allowed Chelsea Boy to go side by side. Heimkarl goes clear, and look at this now.
Strong in this corner.
He's trying to get the inside line, but Chelsea Boy looks like he's got the move. Came over the curb here.
A bit slow though because he got on the grass.
Don't go 3 wide going into turn 4, please, no. But Spark Bobster there just up.
But Chelsea's lost up the Spark. Here comes Zippo. Oh, that was half a move. He body slammed his way through.
Well, he's found the way past. Whether it was a clean move or not, he's through. And Chelsea Boy then finds himself down.
This is going to be interesting now. Because now Chelsea's got to do it all again on these tyres that are meant to last into the end of the race.
Absolutely. And what do you start to prioritise? Do you start to take it easy a little bit and just try and get the tyres to the end for a bit? Or do you just go full out attack? Here he comes then, onto a set of soft tyres then, making that 2-stop work. And we'll see what he can do towards the end of the race then. Mercedes looking for that 2-stop as I jump on board with Invader Zippo. He runs wide as he's still trying to chase down Heimkarl ahead of him. Currently,
AJ's in the pits.
AJ in the pits. This will be. This looks like it will be the super soft stint then to the end of the race. So he's really going to push it now, is he?
12 or 13 laps on the super softs is well and truly doable.
Absolutely. In he comes then.
Softs.
I'll go some softs then for AJ.
Go on the softs.
So where will he rejoin there? There's Rockatoni going through. So Orchard David won't be too far
just
behind.
Ahead of Orchid David. Orchid David, well, not just ahead, quite far ahead. Rocketoni's in.
Rocketoni, so he comes in for another set, I assume, of softs, or will he try a different strategy? Will he go for some super softs? As AJ sets the fastest lap of the race, 120.011.
I'm on board now with Rocketoni coming down into pit lanes.
Absolutely.
Those are yellow, those are the softs.
So playing it safe then to get to the end. It could be said then that do those guys have a set of super soft tyres? They might not. Heading into this, heading into the race.
It is difficult. It's hard to tell, isn't it? But through all of this, look who's back in third.
Absolutely, Orchard David, but of course he has been running on those soft tyres for a long time. He may have to come into the pits. He might be looking at the super soft stint towards the end if he has those tyres available. I'm riding on board here with Invader Zippo. He didn't get the exit on the last corner right there. Rocket Queen goes defensive. That DRS is helping now. Invader Zippo is going to try and go around the outside, try and cut back into turn one, and that looks like it's going to work here. DRS open here as Invader Zippo goes through now into P10. Lovely driving from Zippo there. Good racecraft.
Captain Pants.
Captain Pants. Wow.
Oh, on the start-finish straight. How has he done that?
He might have just lost it onto the grass there. He might have run a little bit too wide onto the grass, overcorrected, and that's just sent him straight to the scene of the accident.
Very high up as well. It's very far forwards.
Well then, Captain Pants is out of the race, becomes the 4th retirement. Pranker then coming around the final corner, 6/10 down. They're coming up to the scene of the accident. All green flags, so they're allowed to overtake down this main straight now. And Pranker doesn't need a second invitation. He's going to try and move down the inside, locks up.
Oh!
And did they make contact? I don't think they did.
I think they did.
Oh, they did. As Pranker then moves up into P7, and Chelsea Boy trying to have a move down the inside. Pranker locks up. That's going to be an invitation for Chelsea Boy there. But Pranker there moves up into 7th place. And ahead of him, that's a Toro Rosso. And is that of... that could be of... I'm not actually sure who that... oh, it's Malachi.
Car, team car, and he's in the Red Bull. Move into the turn 12.
Chelsea Boy down the inside. A little bit of wheel banging there. Nothing major there as they come through into turn 13. Still Chelsea Boy trying to stay around the outside. No dice. He will have DRS then. He's got to get the exit of turn 14. Absolutely right. Runs wide in the entry. That gives him a better exit. And can he make use of that now? Coming down the start finish straight. Battle for P7. And Pranker here. Will he stay to the left-hand side or will he Max Verstappen it? No. Defends the inside line. Very late decision there. Chelsea Boy trying to go around the outside. And has he got the move stick? No, he runs wide, doesn't get the traction he wanted. Pranker then stays in P7, heading towards turn 2.
Sector 2, Orchid David, no!
Orchid David is out of the race.
Oh no!
And in his first SNR race. Out of the race then, that's going to promote,
Racing well. That spin must have unsettled him, but he's just sat. He's gonna be so frustrated there. Here we go. Is he gonna have a look?
Rocket Queen defends the inside line. Zippo though prioritises a better exit heading towards turn 2, and you can see then how much better his exit is. Coming around the outside of turn 2 is Zippo. Has he got the position done? And they come very close, very close. And Zippo there just has to back out of the move. Very close racing between the two Mercedes there. And Toto Wolff is well on the edge of his seat here.
Oh, I think he's had to get another table.
Meanwhile then, coming into turn 1 with Invader Zippo, Rocket Queen ran wide, and look at this now, Rocket Queen defending the inside line. Zippo has to go around the outside into turn 2. Zippo tries to prioritise that exit there as we head towards turn...
Oh, he's,
he's on the grass, hits the wall, and is that damage to the front wing? Yes, it is. Spark Bobster here, spelling blood.
Damage.
It is indeed, and he got the exit of turn 3 there all wrong, and Spark Bobster here looks like he could take that position then.
A wounded Mercedes versus a Renault.
Yeah, he doesn't put up too much of a fight for Spark Bobster there. And does that invite Spark Bobster to try and have a go at Rocket? Well, he's 3.5 seconds down and seems to be falling away then. Those super soft tyres don't seem to be lasting too long around this track now.
Here comes Zippo. Here comes Zippo.
Zippo down the inside. Well, he's not giving up just yet. And look at that then, Zippo staying out, so he's going to the end now, even with a broken front wing. It's been a pretty quiet race for him, but I'll tell you what, he needed a result like this coming in to turn 13 now.
And 14. The Ferrari, just like 2017, a dominant performance.
And it's going to be DarrenSinclair to take 25 points here at the Hungaroring.
AJ 23 seconds behind.
Well,
and I think that's just reignited a championship fight right there.
Absolutely. Well, the gap will be in the 30s now, that's for sure, as AJ coming around the final corner. You can see there his teammate, Chelsea Boy, a lap down, but AJ is going to come across the line.
With that performance. He's happy with P2. Well done. The Gort
then. It's a Ferrari 1-3.
Ferrari.
And that will do them no worries whatsoever. The Gort comes home to take that final podium place. Rockatoni fourth. Heimkarl 20 seconds behind Rockatoni there. As we see, Spark Bobster, has he made any inroads in catching Zippo? Well, he's 1.2 back now.
No, he's on his own.
So Heimkarl then...
The question is how the penalties are all going to affect us.
Absolutely, but Heimkarl comes across the line and he's going to take 5th place on track. As Pranker rounds...
I think Pranker might be having a trip to the stewards with that incident he had with Chelsea Boy.
Well, for now, he's got P6, finishes on track here. And Rocket Queen finishes in 7th, Invader Zippo 8th, and Spark Bobster jumped a few positions there. But what we can say for now, though, is that DarrenSinclair wins this race. And there he is.
Much so.
Speak of the devil. Ferrari will be very happy with this performance. It pulls them right back into that constructors' hunt. And for DarrenSinclair, a much-needed win.
Could we be looking at these two going all the way to Abu Dhabi for the championship fight?
Absolutely. Well, DarrenSinclair's made a valuable inroad with a good set of points there. But AJ, you could see there towards the end of the race, yeah, very happy. Happy to settle for 2nd place. As DarrenSinclair then, for your official, unofficial results, finishes at the top. AJ is in 2nd, the Gort in 3rd, Rockatoni 4th, Heimkarl 5th, Pranker in 6th, Spark Bobster 7th, Rocket Queen 8th, Invader Zippo 9th, Chelsea Boy in 10th, White Samba 11th, Malachi 12th, Orchard David 13th, and a bunch of real drivers there rounding off the rest of the results.
These are all non-finishers right here, from 13 down and non-finishers.
Absolutely. Well, what a race that was, Jack.
Most certainly was. And I gotta say, driver of the day, I'd give it to Orchid. Even though he crashed out, he performed really well.
Absolutely. Well, qualifying 5th on the grid there, I think mine's going to go to AJ. Kept a solid head out there and really did perform really well out there.
Wow. It's to AJ, the Spanish driver. Well, is he Spanish or is he British?
No, he's British. He's just been replaced by Alonso's flag.
The flag changed to Spanish there. For some strange reason, the timer's gone down and we've still got a timer going down.
It's because it changed host, that's why. So, well, round 12 is in Belgium. And, well, I hope to see you back in this commentary box next week then.
I would gladly rejoin you.
Fantastic. Well, all that remains is to say then, until Belgium, I've been Kieran McGinley.
And I've been Jack Bishop.
And until Belgium, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.